Modifying the chart title line. The top part of the chart shows the chart title line. Let's now edit this by right-clicking on the chart and selecting Edit Formula. So let's open AMI Broker, Edit Formula. The dedicated title variable is used to display chart titles in AMI Broker. When we modify this variable, the chart title also changes. So the title variable holds the value of the chart title line. So if we change it with hello there, it also changes. Remember to enclose the text using double quotation marks. This one. Now let's begin by adding the basic chart information by using the name, interval, date, open, high, low, and close. So this is what we need to enter. So first is the name. If you click on save, you'll see IMI is there. Then we need to add a space. It's simply just adding a plus, then double quotation mark, a space, then after you click on save, let's add first the interval. There, click on save, IMI daily. So if we want to add a dash, there. You could also change the formatting of the interval. Okay, next let's add another dash. Let's add a date, a space, then open, then high, so let's add a space, open, plus high, there. Let's click on save. So we have open, high, low, close. After the high, we forgot to add a space here. Here. Now we have the basic information in the chart title line. So our code is now a bit long. We can split the code new lines to make the code easier to read. Do this by pressing enter where you want to split the code. So let's say you want to split it here, just after the date. Open, then high, then low, then close. Yeah. There. We split them into new lines, but once you click save, nothing changes. The output still remains the same. So we want now to format it and add new lines in the output. So to add a new line, we need to use the /n. Now don't forget the double quotation mark. It should be enclosed inside it. So once we do click on the save, it gets formatted. So open, high, low, close goes to a new line. So let's just make this formatting better. So we want first two lines, then let's remove the space. There. Let's make the close two lines. There. So we now have open, high, low, close. We want to add the percentage change. So the num2 string is a function that we can use to specify the number of decimal places. So the first parameter converts the number into a string, and the second parameter, the format, allows you to control the output formatting. So these are the decimal places and the leading spaces. The integer part of the number controls the minimum number of characters used to display the number. The fractional part defines how many decimal places to display. For example, 1.0 will give you a number without a fractional part at all, and 1.2 will give you 2 digits past the decimal point. So now let's add the change. So close, let's add the num2 string close. There. There, we now have the change is 0.53%. So we could just play around with the format if we want to, let's say 10.2. Or if we want to have 5 decimal places. There. But let's use only 1.2. So let's add a space here. There. That we're using to get the percentage change of the close. So now let's add the data from our screener. So from our screener, we have the values, the moving average, MA20 and MA50, and the bar since by and the value at by. So let's type the code. So to output this one, we just add another new line. Then 20 is equal to MA20. Add another line. EMA 50. Now let's check if this one works. Yes. EMA 20 and EMA 50. Okay. Next, we want to add the number of bars since the by signal occurred. Bars since by. We'll use again the IIF function. So to get the bar since by, the MA20 should be greater than the MA50. And if the MA20 is greater than the MA50, it should display the bar since function by. And let's just add 1. If not, it displays 0. So let's see if this works. So there, by since by 0. So if we click on this, the by signal by since bar since by is 1. Here it's around 14 bars already. Then once we get to cross over the cell signal, it should be 0. There, it's working. So now let's add something more. We want to know the percentage change since the by signal occurred. Percentage change since by. So we need to use the num2 string function, the IIF function. A simple way to make sure that the parentheses are paired is once you type the function, immediately type the open and close parentheses, then just edit the values inside. MA20 is greater than MA50. Then this is the formula for the percentage change. Close divided by value when the by signal occurred. The value when function gets the value when the condition is true, And the next parameter is the array, is the value of the array it gets. So here we want to get the value when the buy, we want to get the close value when the buy signal occurred. Then let's subtract this by 1, then multiply it by 100 to get the percentage. So we want to show if it's false, then the number string, we want to have a format of 0.3. Then let's just add the percentage sign. There, it worked. So as you can see, if this is the buy signal, so let's say you buy the close. So as it moves on along, you'll see the percentage change since the buy signal occurred. When the sell signal occurred, it should be 0. There. So let's for example, if we bought during the close of this candle, the next day you would be negative 2.47%, but after a few days, you could see the change would be around 12%. So there. So encode color. We can also add color to our title by using the encode color function. The color of the text after the encode color function will change based on what was indicated. To return back to the original color, we will have to use the encode color again and indicate the color default. So here, so let's say we want to change this one. All we need to do is add the encode color function. So let's say we want to change this one. Let's move it to a new line so we can add it. So encode color green. There. After we click on save, you'll notice the values, all values after the open parenthesis will change to green. So to return to the original color, we need to type here encode color default. There. Let's move the open parenthesis outside. So here you go. But we also want the percentage to be color green. There. So if you'll see, once we get the buy signal, it's color green. But if you'll notice, if the percentage is positive, it's green. And if the percentage is negative, it's also green. So what we want is we want to change the color to red if it's negative. So what we do is we'll use the write if. The write if is usually used when we want to output a value which is a string. So write if a condition. So the ROC should be greater than or equal to 0. It should be color green if it satisfies this condition, and encode color red if it's not, if it's a negative value. So now let's click on save. There you'll notice that if it closed higher, it's green, and if it closed lower, it's red.